Joining us now to discuss, Dean of Liberty University School of Business and Economic Advisor to Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, Dr. Dave Brat. Thanks so much for being back with us. Always great to see you.
You bet. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So, Dave, what are your thoughts on the arguments against this Florida law claiming it's unconstitutional and discriminatory?
Yeah, well, that's the line that caught my attention when you were covering all of the issues. And it's just crazy on its face because we have a constitution and China doesn't. And so these folks must be missing, like fifth grade constitutional law class, whatever. And so the whole point is we're not allowed to do any of these things in China. We can't buy private property and have claims to rights in China. We can't get our firms on all of their exchanges. We can't get into their equivalent of Hollywood. We can't have a free claim to get into their universities. We can't get into their defense establishment. We can't get into their technology establishment. We can't get into their multimedia establishment. And so it's unconstitutional to keep them from ours. This is the whole problem, of course, right? This is the difference between a totalitarian surveillance state, as you pointed out, and a free republic under the people. I hope it stays under the people. And we'll get to that, I'm sure, as we cover a couple other issues.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's just laughable that we're even having to discuss this. I can't believe this is where we're at currently, but I guess these are the important topics that we do have to discuss, sadly.
Yep.
Why wouldn't other states follow in Florida's path? I mean, how could anyone be opposed to what's happening here? And shouldn't every state be hopping on board?
Well, yeah, every state with representatives that represent the American people should be on board. But the question will be, and the split will be, those states where they represent the CEOs of Fortune 500 firms who dole out massive campaign contributions. That's the issue, right?
Yeah.
So the Fortune 500 folks are just licking their chops at the thought of continuing business with 1.4 Chinese customers, et cetera, no matter what they do morally, which they've made quite clear, right? And then they give lip service to some of the crazy leftist moral antics over here. It's kind of a payoff right here. I'll give you a few nickels over here for your crazy leftist morality plays, while I make the big bucks over here in China and rake in billions for me and our shareholders. And so, yeah, I hope, like you say, Americans force their governors and their states to move in this direction. That is a great move.
Yeah.
That's taken place in Florida. And so I hope others follow it, because even Wall Street now is starting to append to their risk analyses the threat of geography, right? Taiwan. Warren Buffett pulled $4 billion out of Taiwan chips. And he said it's a well-run company, right? The only reason he's pulling out is because of geography, meaning the proximate China war.
Yeah, that's a good point. And as we look at the global economy, it seems as though the U.S. and China are seemingly headed towards this decoupling. Do you think we'll see a complete break between the economies? And what risks and challenges do you ultimately think could arise from this?
No, we won't. But we saw over COVID the pain already, right? If you haven't thought through your basic supply chains, right? And then the issue with this financial stuff, we're at war, right? The Chinese wrote a book in '99 called Unrestricted Warfare. They've been at war with us on the economic, cyber, technology frontiers for 2 decades, and America just hasn't caught up yet. The issue now is whether we move toward a kinetic war, which is becoming more probable, but everybody knows it destroys the entire global economy instantly. Just a war with Taiwan, not even touching the China mainland, causes a 5 to 10% GDP hit to the U.S. and a 10 to 20% GDP hit to China. That's not stock market. That's them losing 1/5 of their entire economy.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.